way up, I feel blessed.
Hey everyone, how's it going?
Hey friends.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Dan was just waiting. Thanks, Dan, for the subscription via Twitch Prime. Dan, 602 from the 602 from the Phoenix in the house. I'm just imagining because 602 would be a Phoenix area code. So thanks for the sub. Appreciate that, Twitch Prime. You only get one a month. You gave it to me. Oh my goodness, that's so good. Yeah, well, welcome everyone. I hope everyone's doing fantastic. It's a beautiful day in Seattle. It's so gorgeous out there today. I didn't even go outside, but I look at it and it's out there and I can touch it almost. Got this cool Streamlabs shirt for Pride. Very excited about it. Finally came in, so I'm wearing it today. Super cool. I forget what their little mascot's name is. It Hector or something like that? It's like Streamlabs merch. Let me look this up because I should probably figure that out. I was like looking at it, I was like, whoa, that little icon has like the cutest name ever. Where's it at? Oh, this is the merch store. Where's the actual Streamlabs merch page? That doesn't help. Streamlabs merch. How'd I get it? Is that it? No, this is like, where's their merch? Your merch. Start selling. I wonder if they have their own. I actually have my own merch. I started to create some shirts on their merch store. Skip. So what's going on here? I don't know. I did the wrong thing. Anyways, their little bot is adorable. So anyways, that's about it. Oh, cool. Glad you could catch it live, Dan. And then you always got to wait until the live show and you get in there so you can, at least, even if you subscribed earlier, you can like cheer it out, especially on a resub, which is kind of cool. Well, cool. Welcome, everyone. Oh, we also had some new follows apparently too, 8 minutes ago. Mayana, welcome. I was probably prepping some coffee. I didn't even realize it. Well, welcome. Yeah, it's going to be just a 2-hour stream today, out by 4. Gotta go pick up some people out and about in the city, so gotta make sure I don't leave them stranded out there. But yeah, everything else going good over here. Just starting to order get all the merch for the Xamarin Dev Summit, which is super exciting. Lots of new swag, ordering some really cool giveaway things, creating this like roulette application, a whole bunch of cool stuff going on for that, and finalizing the keynote, which is crazy. I don't know if anyone also got to check out Kim's Philpot yesterday. I decided to randomly join his stream. I was just watching and I said, start a live stream. Let me get in on this. I'm into it. Let's do it. And then I did it. And like, that was cool. So I was very excited about it. So that's what happened there. I was like, I'm coming in. So today, though, we're going to do some other stuff. Merch. Yeah, I have some merch with like little Jameses. And then I don't know if I'll do the Duke on there. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. But I have a whole bunch of different ideas. So and like coffee cups and stuff. The problem is they're very expensive, like for people to order, like because they're on demand print, so they get very.
Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
Clinton, of course, being way too generous as always, coming in with the mass community gifted subs. Clinton, thank you so much for the community subs, getting out there. 5 gifted tier 1 subs. Pi Bogan in the house, getting a free.
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
We got gift subs going out to Makaruchi, Andre, GKM, Bogan Pierce. Now I get some sweet emotes, and Janiscu for the 3-month up to there. Thank you, Clinton, so much for all that. Now we'll continue to roll out. I'm sure it'll keep going over and over again.
Some people dream of success while you're going to wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
This coffee is pretty good. I wouldn't say it's damn good, but it's pretty good. Yeah, anyways, well, welcome. Well, thank you, Clinton, so much. You were way too generous. That is unnecessary, but thank you so much. And of course, any of the profits from the stream also get donated this month. This is the final stream of the month, so going out to the Duke Langer Foundation.
While you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
And also the Trevor Project as well, supporting Pride this month. So lots of great things going this way. So very awesome. So thank you so much. We probably have one one more 2 months. I don't know how they do it, but it's pretty cool. If you're new and you just have a first sub, you get some sweet emotes. So we get some emotes in there. You get coffee cup,
hard at it. Nothing is impossible.
mooch. There we go. You get the Duke Langer, the most beautiful monkey in the world. Coffee cup with a little James Montemagno logo on there. And then, of course, Mooch, which Mooch is somewhere. I don't know where she's at. She might be on a trip right now. So she'll probably be back next week. This week, we're going to go and do some Logic apps. Logic apps. I don't know if anyone's ever played with Logic apps, but I want to talk about why and how and why the heck all of a sudden am I talking about Logic apps? Because I think it revolutionized my brain hole the other day. So let me pull this up here. I saw a tweet from a good friend, Mike James, who is on our cloud advocate team now. Worked with him for a long time over on the Xamarin team. And he does all things mobile. So he does like Xamarin and native and all sorts of things. But I saw him send this tweet. It says, I've just finished adding automated push notifications to my iOS app using App Center and Logic apps. Like that. Let's retweet that. Blog post, please. Maybe for the Xamarin blog. And maybe for the Xamarin show. Hello. So anyways, I was like, well, this is interesting because I remember Logic apps and it's been a while since I looked at them. And I always see great demos of stuff, but I never think about them when I'm building an app. So it had me thinking like, oh, what is he doing here? What is this automation? So if you remember the Hanselman app, we have a triggers. We have HTTP. We have triggers basically for our blog update and our feed. And inside of here, we have this here, which is a blog trigger. And for debug, I was just using it in HTTP. But then I realized that I was using timer trigger on the server. And then I said, what if we didn't do a timer trigger? And what if we used, you guessed it, Logic apps to call the function when a new XML is inserted? So I just thought that would be cool to do. So we actually need to do that today. Let me, solutions load faster. Don't reopen the last. All right, I like that. I'll disable. I want things to load faster. So what we're going to do is we're first going to close the solution, and then we're going to look at the GitHub repo. Close all the tabs. I don't need the tabs open. Psh. That's probably a bad idea, whatever I just did, and now I have no idea how to undo what I just did. I didn't even read it fully. It said, do you want to make Visual Studio faster? Answer, yes. Hello, duh. We're done with our pull request, so we're on V declarative tab bankruptcy. So let's close this and let's go into our Team Explorer. I'm going to switch over to V next, and then we are going to do a little sync because we did our pull request last week. Sync. And I was also looking at the pricing of Logic apps. It's crazy cheap, as you would. It's like 0.0001 per execution, so it's crazy, super duper cheap. So we're gonna kind of figure it out. Well, I mean, it's just, I think it's only like when I load the project, right? So if I come back into here, I think that's what I just did. What did I just do? Okay, so let's test this out. Ready? So if I open up some XAML pages and then I close the solution, I open it up again. Yeah, they're just not reopened. That's fine. I'm okay with that. So what we're going to do here is for our, let's start with the blog because that one's really easy. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete this here.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Mayor, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the crew, to the the crew. So let me look up this HTTP trigger really quick. I want to understand it just a little bit better. Functions. So I want to understand HTTP triggers. So function get post. Configuration. Okay, so okay, so function specific API key is required. That's I think what we want, because then our logic app will have the HTTP request. Do I need to do the gets and sets, the methods? Like, I guess it'll just be a get. I don't know if I need the post, but I can just leave it there. It's not going to do anything different because I don't do anything. I think that's it. I think we're just going to change this to be a normal Azure function. And I think I can do that on the Twitter too. Oh, this is going to be great. So instead of doing this, let's set this up. Let's see if this works. Boop. Podcast as well. Here we're going to remove these functions. There we go. All right, so now we just have normal non-timer functions. And let us commit this code, and it'll kick off a CI shenanigans. Remove timer functions. So we, let's go ahead and do a new branch, and we'll call this logic apps test. All right, and then we're going to go into our, we can use triggers. All right. Boop. So the idea here is now that we have these triggers and we push this out, we can go into our DevOps here. Okay. Got it. This one, Hanselman.Forms. And then let's go into our pipe builds. And then, did it push it? Oh, I need to do a pull request. Okay, so we'll go into here. Boop. Remove timer triggers. There we go. I'll put that into next. Boop. Right. And then what we'll do is we will go ahead and go to our Hanselman.Forms resource group, go into our functions. Our build should be kicking off. There we go. There we go. So, oh, I just closed the music accidentally. I meant to music. There we go. New song. Okay. Let's see. This should be super quick. Up. See how fast this is. There we go. So the ideal scenario here, so there's a bunch of logic we wrote the last few weeks to do a bunch of diffing of time if things are newer and whatnot. I still think we probably want to do that in here. Maybe we'll send the push notification from the logic app if that's the case. But at least we want to still log when the last log came in, so we could query that if we wanted to. It's like we already have the logic, so. But that's done. Let's release it into the wild and publish it. Cool. All right. So then, while that's going, what we're going to do is we have this logic app. So I created a new logic app inside of it. And what we'd want to do is I'm going to create a blank logic app. And I'm going to say RSS. And this is, for all intensive purposes, how I think of a logic app is like if this then that. So if this thing happens, then do something else. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into our function code, and I'm gonna copy the blog URL, which is here. Okay. And let's make this a little bit bigger here so everyone can see it. There we go. Oh, maybe not that big, so I can't scroll it. That's good. That's funny. Oh, I can drag and drop this around. That's cool. There we go. So RSS feed, boom. Interval, we'll say every 30 minutes. That sounds good. And then add new, parameter. Don't need anything. All right, new step. So then, when there's a new thing, when a new item is published, let us go and do a function. Now this is actually kind of cool because you could do an HTTP like this and just do an HTTP request. But I think here I can just say function. And here's all my functions. I'm pretty sure that that deployed. So let's look at our back end. Refresh these. So I think even if we set it up with admin only, then I think that it would be okay. So if I looked at blog update, this is now a HTTP trigger. I think. Give it a second. There we go. Yep. So there's just HTTP trigger. So if I go to my logic app, I should say Hanselman.Forms and then call blog update. It says for better experience working with function inputs and outputs, include an API definition. What's that? Compute, function app, create, open API definition. I'm not taking in anything, so that's good. All right, let's see. Okay, got it. Body request body, none. Add new, so I could actually add a bunch of stuff in here, but I think that's it. Like, I think that's my logic app. Like, when this happens, do that thing. And then I think that's it. Because I think here we would just need to do, I don't need to do anything else. There's no like conditions or there's built-in things. I wonder if there's an app center. No. Inline code. That's interesting. Okay. We're going to call that. I'm going to save this. Can I add multiple? I'm kind of curious if I just run this. See how it works. Publish an item to the RSS feed. All right. So that's good. I wonder if I could just trigger it somehow. Designer. So I think we did it. I think that's literally our entire logic app. Right? I mean, I can't test it though, I guess. But open the Azure function. If I can open it right as that's cool. Running. Blog update. logs, council. All right. Pretty happy with that. I mean, if that's it, right? Go back to my logic app. Have you used, there's a Twitch logic app extension? Wahoo? I've not used it. So inside of here, there's the logic app designer. That's where I was at. And then I would like to do like, do I have to have one logic app for every single thing though? That's kind of annoying. So if I add a new step, let's see. Is there a Twitch one? No, I don't know if there is one. I don't see anything at least. You can create your own connectors built in. They're standard. Enterprise. For you. Guess that's it. Create a custom web request. And do you know what you're talking about, Janiscu? Is there one? I think that's it. And then I mean I could do other things in here too, I guess, if I wanted to. I would like to like create a new how do I create a logic app with multiple triggers though? You know what I mean? I would like what to do one for every single blog. I wonder if that's a different logic app. Run trigger. Successfully check the trigger. Oh, the Visual Studio. Oh, I have not. Is there a logic app extension? Manage logic apps with logic app tools. I can install that. Can use it. Okay, I have all this installed. Install the extension, create a new cloud resource group. I also want to see like Azure Logic apps and multiple triggers. Is it possible to have multiple triggers? Yes, a workflow can have multiple triggers. In a workflow, a maximum of 10 triggers and 250 actions can be defined. Oh, okay. I like that.
Hey, friends.
Hey, Luis, how's it going? We're installing the Logic App Visual Studio extension. Here's me with excitement. So excited. Let's see if it works. That'd be cool if so. I'm excited. Initialize. Install. Yeah, I guess the other thing that I'd be interested in knowing is if I look at my designer, and then this is nice because you don't even have to like have it. You can adjust the timer here. Oh, can I just do then a new? I don't want to do it there. I'm gonna do a new trigger. How do I add a new trigger? Templates? I wonder if I can just add another one here. Or did I just delete whatever I just did? Okay. Connections. Triggers. When I can have a group of triggers. That. There. I wonder if I can just do like that. Oh, I don't like that. Duplicate. Oh. Okay, so this would be when Hanselman blog is published. I'm doing you a sample right now. Oh. Sorry to hijack chat. Just got a quick question. Oh, how would you add a background image to a page using C# for markup? I need to check out the C# for markup thing. People seem to be into that. So this looks okay. So this would be when Hansel minutes is published. Designer. Did I just break it? Operation cannot render designer due to multiple triggers. Oh no. Okay, I did not like that. Configure run after. Cannot configure run after on a trigger. Well, just put this in normal visuals. There you go. I was just talking about, I was doing a podcast today and I was just talking about David's stream, about how I enjoy it much. Trying to get Kim on to do some cool animations, but how come I can't do, let's look at my history here. Azure Logic Apps. Multiple triggers. SharePoint. Instead of multiple triggers in a single logic app, it would be generally better to separate the trigger logic apps and processing logic apps. I don't know if I want that. That doesn't seem like what I want. You can create multiple starter triggers. Start with a reoccurrence, then add more than one trigger. Recurrence. Oh, that doesn't make any sense. Oh. Is that what it would do? I'm trying to figure out what people would do. Multiple triggers. Multiple triggers cannot be viewed in the Logic App Designer. As I work on Logic App that was supposed to allow me to watch multiple Trello dashboards and run some logic whenever a card is added to to another one. Along with the designer, this would be generally helpful. For example, you want your Logic App to be triggered when an item is created or updated. Those events are separate triggers. You can only have a single trigger per Logic App. You can test and verify this by attempting to add 2 recurrence triggers, as it currently stands on as a single flow without decision. Interesting. What I really want to do is I want to add another trigger. Logic App. Count 1 action. Can I have multiple triggers? All right, let's open up Visual Studio and see if there's a designer. Because I think if I go into the code and I just copied and pasted this, I did 2, right? And I did Save. How does it know? Yes, oh, there's all sorts of crazy. Ah, interesting. Log update. Oh, interesting. Huh. It doesn't like that. But if I go back to my logic app, there's triggers. There's 2 RSSs triggering. Oh, but I'm curious. I guess if I go into my definition, 2 triggers, 1 action. I hate that everything is just this. I really want it to be connect up and do stuff. So let's see what Visual Studio says about this. How do I view the logic app things? The Cloud Explorer? Am I logged in as? Just me, right? Logic apps? Hanselman Logic? Okay. Okay, so this is the logic app. Oh, okay, there's multiple. Oh, I see. It's very mad at me. I don't know how it knows to. I really want like 2 triggers in there. You know what I mean? Like I want 2 like multiple things to then trigger different things. Like the action here is blog update. I could also have multiple actions. Don't necessarily see where the I don't know how this knows about this thing. I need to ask Jeff Holland. That's what I need to do. So Azure Logic Apps, multiple triggers. Push trigger, schedule recurrence triggers. Let's you set a start date. HTTP trigger, response trigger. Okay, so I think I need to do that. I think I understand. Okay, so if I was to, I think what I'll do. Okay, so I'm going to rename this trigger. No. All right, so we're gonna delete this trigger. How do I delete it? Delete. Logic app name is Hanselman Logic. Just copy and paste that. There we go. Delete. All right, so really we're gonna have 3 different triggers currently. So let's create a new logic app. And I'll probably have to ask Mr. Holland about this, but I could do, let's create a new Hanselman blog logic. Do Hanselman logic, Hanselman logic app blog. Okay. We're going to put this in our Hanselman.Forms. Copy paste this. Log analytics. Sure. It was off. Create it. Okay, so we're going to create one, then we're going to create another logic app. This will be our Twitter logic app. Okay, put this into our Hanselman.Forms. Boop. Boop. And then we'll do another one, which will be logic app. Boop. Create. This will be podcasts. Okay. So here we'll use existing again. Let's put it into Hanselman.Forms and create. Okay, cool. So let's go into our Hanselman.Forms one again. So let's do our blog. We're gonna have 3 logic apps, one for our blog, kind of like calling each of them. So we'll do this, and then we'll set this up again. RSS. I guess I could do it inside of inside of Visual Studio. Refresh all. Ba-da-da-da. I guess I could just do it right here. All right, so I'm gonna see how this works. Because if so, this is kind of cool that it's all built right in. You guys are just talking. I'm just letting you do all your talking and figuring out stuff in there. This is interesting. There's a code view and a design view. All right, so let's do a RSS. Boop. Boop. And we'll do Hanselman blog. We're already inside of here. Oh, this is nice. Okay, so this is a nice experience. Yeah, try not to go to the portal, I guess. I like that. Good recommendation. Appreciate that. All right, so let's open up this Hanselman.Forms stuff. Thanks, Luz, for hijacking the chat. I mean, when you want to get a hold of Ryan, you gotta get him. All right, so podcast blog functions. All right, cool. So we're gonna do I know where to find you. You're always be on Twitch. Always be on Twitch. All right, so let's do every hour. And then we'll create a blog. Wait, where am I at? I'm like hopping back and forth between everything. Let me just exit the portal. No, you're great. Don't ever apologize. I'm just joking. All right, so then we're gonna add a function. There it is. Boop. Hanselman.Forms. Blog update. Got it. Done. All right. How do I save it? Save it. Oh, you just save it. All right. This is all the same. This looks good. Okay, so do I save it there? How do I save it? Is my question. Oh. Oh, publish. Okay, so you publish it. Okay. Oh, it's already published. That was quick. Is this? Okay, so now if I go here. Wow, magical. This is gonna call blog update. Boom, cool. All right, this is nice. All right, so now let's do another one. We can go into our Twitter one. This is where it gets nice. So I can go into the Twitter one and open the Logic App Editor. And let's create a new, when a new tweet occurs, add a new connection. Make sure that I don't need to, I probably need to log in. So let me log in. I don't know what is that my password? Oh, it's an Internet Explorer pop-up. That's good. No, is that my? Oh, that is my password. That's good. What's going on with my phone here? Oh, there we go. Boom. Start that puppy. Boop. Secrets. Okay, so Oh, here we go. Okay, so now we're logged in. I'm logged in with my account. There we go. And we can zoom this up a little bit. Search for term or from at Hanselman. That's what I see. From at username. From at username. How often do you want to check? Every 15 minutes. Add a parameter. I don't need any. Okay. Hey, that's his username. Yeah. Perfect. Now we just need to wait for Scott to tweet, so maybe wait a minute. I was going to suggest 2 separate logic apps for now, but wasn't sure if it was a hack too far. I think what you can do is you can do multiple triggers to call a single thing. So I could say, like, if any of these things, 3 things happen, do this next. What I wanted to do is I wanted to say, if this happens, do this. If this happens, do this. But I think that's just a different logic app in there. So this one will be call function, Hanselman.Forms, and Twitter update. Got it. And done. Can't drag this around for some reason. So, oh, there we go. There we go. When a new tweet is posted from Hanselman, then do Twitter update. Publish that. Boop. All right. Now, I think this is where it'll get a little funky. So, if I look at the code for the podcast updates, we have a few different podcast feeds here, but none of them really update besides one, so, you know, it's probably okay. We'll go into the Twitter one, podcasts. Open the logic editor. Wish I could hover over. Oh, there we go. Podcast, Twitter, log. This one will be a blank app. It's cool. You can create a logic app that is an HTTP request and then a like an HTTP get or post and then a response. That's kind of cool. So we just want an RSS. And then it's my trigger. Put that in there. And we'll check for new podcasts again every 30 minutes. This is nice because the function is only going to get run on demand, right? So there's the podcast, and then we're going to call a function and Hanselman.Forms and podcast update. Boop, boop, and there we go. For the code view, now I think this is where it gets intriguing, because I believe what I can do is go into here and I can say when minutes is published there. And then here I'm pretty sure I can just do and this will say when developer life, when Ratchet is published. And then here's Ratchet. Boop. And then this will be this one. And then this one will be out life. So I think that this is correct. I think I can publish it, and I'm pretty sure that this works, but I don't know. I'll have to wait until the next Hansel minutes, I guess, if this works. And if Visual Studio will let me publish it or not. No, yes. A little frozen. A little frozen. Let's see if it published or not. Oh, interesting. There's all these API connectors. There's RSS connect, API connection. Interesting. So Visual Studio has completely frozen on me. Oh, Visual Studio has crashed. All right. Hey, Pay, how's it going? We are... Can you run the trigger from the portal with parameters? Yeah. Well, yeah, so if I wanted to, I could pass in parameters of what things to check, which would probably be ideal, actually. So you could do, this has broken on me, so let's see. Let's see. So if I really wanted to, so if I wanted to, what I could do is I could say, I could do a post and then put in requests. And then if I wanted to, I could probably only do certain podcasts. Oh, fake a publish. Oh yeah. I could just run the Logic app from, not the Logic app, but fake publish. I don't think so. I think that if you go into this blog here, I think that let's finish this podcast one. So I'm pretty sure that this crashed. So maybe we'll just do it in the let's do it here. Try this again. RSS. Got mad at us. Let's do that. Do 30. New step. Function. Cancel function. Podcast update. Got it. Done. Save it. Should have saved it before inside of it. View code. And then what we're going to do is we're going to, again, we'll do Ratchet, and we'll do dev life. Go back into here. Let's grab Ratchet. Put that here. So, if we wanted to be really interesting about this, what you could do is, one thing that we could do is I could pass an ID, and if the ID existed, this would be kind of cool. Could do if if string dot is null or white space name, then do I think you could do this. Here, this thing here. I guess here you could do this. You could do name, then I could do this. You could do, okay, so if you did minutes, this would be kind of cool. You could do podcasts.add. Then you could do the feed. There's like a cool optimization, and then you could do out. Cool. Here you could do break. You could do this, and you could do this. I wonder how to do this. Very fascinated. What you could do is you could do like, you don't have to query every single one. You could call it without any. Hey Dragon, how's it going? Good to see you. Yeah, what you could do is you could call it without any, and then that will get all of them. Else you could do a post in which it has something, and then would grab it. So that's pretty cool. Let's do that. All right, and then but I need to figure out what that looks like in the designer. So let's delete that for now. Go back to the designer, and then what we'd want to do is we could say podcast update request body. Cool. Oh, you could actually do the feed ID. Whoa. Ah. I wonder what the feed ID is. I'm curious because, like, what is the feed ID? Feed ID. It'd be cool to pass in the URL in which to get, and then you could just do that. Oh, thanks, Luce. I appreciate that. Add a new parameter. Method. Queries? Request body. Good question. Primary feed link. Feed links item, feed publish on. Primary feed link. I think that's what I want. And then I wonder if save it. It'd be nice to run it and then have it called. But my question ends up being like, what does that pass in as? I think I want to do like ID. I just do ID equals. If I make the REST request, I could do it easily, but I just figure like call this request body. So logic app Azure function body. Add and call Azure functions from Azure Logic. Oh, that's cool. You can do access properties, body response. Okay. When an email arrives, do this thing. Oh, request body content. Oh, that's cool. So I could do ID and then whatever I want. Okay, so I should be able to do then. Oh, interesting. Oh. Add to an existing. All right, so if I go in here and I say ID, I did and minutes. and I think that would work for all intensive purposes. Oh, does it? That's funny. I think the pretzel one, it kind of like, it definitely loops every once in a while, and by every once in a while I mean quite often. But okay, so I think that this is correct. If I looked at this, date received, colon, cancel minutes. Now let's make sure what I'm parsing here. I have, oh, minutes, ratchet, life. So this would be minutes. Okay, cool. So let's save that. Now I want to view the code though. And it looks like I have... Yeah, see the I wanted to call a different trigger. I think this is where I get in trouble. Because here it's like body is ID in minutes, and it calls podcast updates. That's not what I want. All right, so I think what I need to do then is do here. I need to do primary feed link. Okay, and then probably I could have multiple triggers in which call this. Oh, add a parallel branch. Oh, what's this? Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, when a podcast is... unless I can be like... No, I don't want that. So my question becomes, if I go into the code, so here, and then it's going to grab the primary link, which I assume is like the blog's link. You know what I mean? So if I looked at this, it'd be like, it equals that. I don't actually know. And I could do name. Do the link in here. So I don't know if that's what it will be or not. Hard to know without it running. Like, I would love to know if I ran this, what it would look like. Like I want it to perform it. Start action, trigger, logic. How do I add? Where's logs? Logs. Diagnostics, maybe? It's gonna be really hard to debug if I don't know what it's doing. But let's look at our portal again. It'd be nice to know. Oh, I guess I need to publish this, huh? I would need to. So this makes sense to me. It's like, I don't know what the URLs are that it's passing it. I would love to understand that better. Like, debug a logic app. Logic app. How to debugging Azure Logic apps. 2015. Trigger history. Activity log? Aha! Aha! Alright, so trigger was started. JSON. Oh, here we go. This would be nice to know if it sent stuff. Cool. That did not do anything, so that's good. I'm assuming that I would have to like publish something. I think this will work. I mean, I need to test it and see, but I think that this would work. I mean, the nice thing is, if anything, if it's default, it'll just run all of them. So that's a good default. Let's publish this at least. Let's go and publish that. Hey, Jim, how's it going? Good morning. Morning to you. Yeah, we're trying to figure out logic apps too, which is the other thing that I'm doing. How come where's my, there we go, changes. Say, make podcasts take in an ID. Try that out. So this at least, I think, be closer to what maybe we want to do. Hard to say. And I'm hoping that the original link is what gets passed in. But we're going to have to kind of wait to see basically what happens. But let's go into our Logic App Designer. And so we have it right now. So whenever there's a new blog or a new podcast or blog, trying to find coffee, can't find it. That's a sad day. You can find it. Just remember,
Nothing is impossible.
so it's going to call. It's going to send in the primary feed link. RSS at Logic App. Connect to an RSS feed. I'm just hoping that the reference page. Okay, cool. Triggers, primary feed. Wish there was an example. Feed ID. I wish I knew what the feed ID was. Primary link. That doesn't help all that much. Like how does it know what the, I wish it was just the ID and then I could do the ID, but so it's an old feed. I don't know what the ID would be in here. I just think it's a thing. We'll find out, I guess. I'm just hoping that the link that's not returned is the URL, the link in here. But I don't know. Primary feed link. What is it? RSS connectors. Oh, I'm back in the same thing. Feed URL. Lists all feed. Example. This is the RSS. Okay. I'm just hoping. Okay. We'll find out, I guess. Okay, cool. So let's go into do. All right, so our Logic app, then I need to go into the code designer. And now, we can add multiple triggers, which will call this. And I'm hoping at least. So if I do this would be Ratchet and Life. These will never get published because it doesn't publish new episodes, but just in case. Just in case. Ratchet. I could do it like another timer one where it's like every whatever do it. But let's do this and then here. Okay. Save. All right, so we have 3 logic apps set up successfully. And if we go into Hanselman.Forms, Twitter, that's the one that we'll probably see him do stuff from. Looks like run history was ran at some point. 305. Okay, so it did run. I don't think that I ran it. So if we look at our function, go into our function. I wonder if it got ran. Okay, so if we go into functions, it is a bit far for people outside the country. It's a problem in if you do it anywhere though, right? That's the issue with conferences. You gotta kind of be local-ish or come for a long period of time and justify it with work for international. The Twitter update, I would like to see the logs monitor. Looks like result code 204. SAS. I don't know what that is. Why is there a result code? I can see what the see here. Executing Twitter, getting Twitter feed, writing feed to blob, Twitter function finished, executed. Okay, let's interesting. Okay, so that's good. All right, let's look at Ooh. Yeah, that's a problem. Let's see here. Where's mine? 4K for the flights. Where are you flying from? Especially short notice if it's like, you know, quite a long distance. You gotta get like deals like really early. That's I do it over here. Okay. You. Question is, we can just get Hanselman to tweet on demand. So the tweets are here, and let's see if even the last time Hanselman tweeted was, because that says 47 minutes ago. Retweet tweets are still there. 47. I might have manually triggered it, so there's that. Okay. I should also get, I should have a way of doing inline photos in here. That'll be one of our optimizations. Let's add that to the backlog. Display. My new issues. Display. display images from Twitter inline. Okay, cool. Wow. So, what did I manually trigger it 2 minutes ago? That's the question. (204) result code. All right, so if I look at my Twitter function, I guess it does do a post. I wonder if it's doing a post and doing so. I should just call it though. Result code 204. Let's see, 204 status code is usually sent out in response to a put. What's 204? Success. Okay, cool. So, come on, Hanselman, tweet. Tweet. Tweet, tweet, tweet. I could also just do mine. That would be good. That could be of interest, but blog. Okay, that's good. I'm just assuming that this RAM, maybe I manually triggered it, but I don't remember. I mean, I guess I may have triggered it like 15 minutes ago manually. Okay, so I think our logic apps are in there then, from what I can see. That's whenever a new tweet is going to happen, runs every 15 minutes. Oh, interesting. So just every 15 minutes it checks for new tweets. I guess, like, how do you know if I'd imagine this is like if how often do you want it? When a new tweet is posted, then do this. That seems correct. And this is gonna, how often you want to check for items? Every 15 minutes. Okay. You can do every second. That seems crazy. All right, so look in here, set the workflow, do the workflow, overview, seated. Yeah, this guy can manage a whole bunch of tweets at that time. That's true. Well, yeah, maybe. So let's go into Logic Designer. Yeah, blogs may be less frequent, and then maybe tweets more frequently, I guess. Every 5 minutes? How does that sound, Luce? Every 5 minutes? That's actually a lot nicer to do. We were doing it quite often on the back end, but at least this will check if there's a new tweet. I guess I don't need to worry about it. But what is the pricing? Logic app function pricing. So let's see. There's actions. So I think whenever you do an action, it's 0.000025. But I don't think the triggers cost anything. It is a logic app. We're trying to figure out logic apps, Kim. Pay only for what you use per action billing. So what we're seeing here, we're trying to figure this out, how much I'm going to get charged. So if this is correct, this should say every 5 minutes, logic apps search for new tweets. And if there are new tweets, then call my Azure function. And I should get charged 0.000025%. whenever this happens, should be there. And then whenever, and then my function will get triggered and I'll do stuff. So I think this is correct. The question is, we don't have really a way of testing it until the Hanselman tweets. Dun dun dun. We'll find out though. Jim asks about monkey cache. Is the lower number better? Monkey cache. Answer would be yes, right? Because it's an Excel spreadsheet. I don't remember what mine was. Time to reinstall, Luce. Time to reinstall. I had to sign into my account. What the heck is that? I accept. Okay. Yeah, so these are milliseconds, so lower time would be better, correct? That's correct. Look at that graph. Yes. Lower time is better. These are milliseconds of insertions and updates and deletes. Yes. All right. Even reinstall Mac OS. Oh man. All right, I think we're okay. I think we're kind of good. And I think that we could, at this point, look at our pull request. We removed our timer functions. Boom, done. And we can merge our pull requests. So I think now it's just a waiting game to see when things publish, when things do stuff, and then we can pull the refresh and bam. I feel okay about it in general. And I think that this will be okay. And we'll find out pretty soon about this.
I'm way up, I feel blessed.
Sepher, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Man, this app looks so good. Oh yes, this is a podcast host name. That's funny. All right, so I think we're getting really close to finishing this thing off. We're gonna put in different stuff eventually for the names here, but I think that this looks good. Where that his blog is only a few blogs. Is that correct? Where's his blog? Interesting, if so. Blog? Where's his RSS? Slash RSS slash feed. Aha. So Hanselman's blog feed is only a few pages. The RSS. Weird. What is that one Feedly? I'm trying to figure out what does he have. Hanselman, what's his feed? Hanselman feed. Blog feed. That must be it. I mean, that must be the only blog feed, and it's only so long. I've never seen a blog feed that way. Weird. Okay. That's the case. That is the case. It'd be cool if I could have an ongoing list of all of his blogs, I guess, but... on, Hanselman tweet. All right, so this is good. Also, it's also super duper fast. The it's not on emulator. It's like boop. Good podcasts. I think next week we'll actually work on doing stuff like how do you download, how do you do stuff. I don't know why I have all these icons on here like for funsies, but these look pretty good. I want to do play and figure out how to do background playing and stuff, and then I also need to do video. I think that'll be really easy, but he has a lot of places in which video exists for Hanselman, so I would like to figure out a way of being like, all right, Hanselman is on this website, but also on this website, and like this feed and that feed, you know? Not really sure. I need to fix these icons too. Scott. A lot of photos of Scott. Okay. All the Scots. So many Scots. All right, so I'm pretty happy about this so far. Let me see something here. Oh, I don't have this here. All right, got it. Okay, cool. Got it. All right. All right, well then let's go back to, let me close the solution. Boop. So many Scots. Let us, oh, the other thing I wanted to do too, I'm pretty sure that I needed to like go into Ratchet, and then these are all good. I'm pretty sure that for developer life, some of these podcasts don't have, like the old ones just have his face on it. So that's not ideal. I think that's in our backend logic. So let us go into vNext. Let us sync. So many Scots. And then I think what we want to do is like, here's a Ratchet, copy link URL, which is there. It's a very long one. But I think that, how did I do it? I think I did like, I think I have it like doing shenanigans. Let's see. All the Scots. So changes, solution. I think in our function, we have some triggers, some helpers, and those do a feed item helper. And then I think here, where do I do it? Scott's head. Default image. That's how I I don't know what that is. Cancel. How do I check to see if it's a time to get some coffee. Yeah, I'm all about that. How come this doesn't work? Blob storage. Access. Level. Read access. Okay, so if I did another blob, Hanselman public read access, that's what it is. So that's cool because all of this JSON data is actually private and I'm reading it from a function. Wow, that's really cool actually. Not this. Let's move this to delete those. Delete. Put that there. All right. We create a public folder and then copy URL. Boom. Okay, cool. That's great. Now I understand how blob storage and don't make everything public. So there you go. Okay, cool. So then
Way up, I feel blessed.
Tabrath, thank you for the follow as well. Coming in. Welcome to the crew. We're doing some mobile development, some function logic stuff, some shenanigans, all sorts of stuff. All sorts of shenanigans. So if I go into my parse, I pass in a default image. Cool.
Open up the champagne.
Pop.
It's my house. Come on, turn it up.
Well, welcome everyone. Rambling Geek, thank you for the raid. Coming in hard. Get those monkeys out. Raid attack. Welcome. I also just love doing this raid animation that I made. So, boom. Welcome, Aiden, Sefer, Kim. I guess there's a bunch of people already here. Rambling Geek, welcome to the pod. I'm figuring out to the pod. It's not a podcast. I just recorded a podcast yesterday, so I'm like, welcome to the pod. Welcome to the stream. We got another 20, 30 minutes hanging out left on the stream. We are... What are we doing? We're working on my Hanselman.Forms app, as always, as you would assume if you've come to the stream before. And what we just set up, we actually set up a bunch of logic apps to monitor Hanselman's tweets, to monitor his blog, and then when that stuff happens, it is updating a function in which our mobile app over here is looking at Scott's stuff, and he still hasn't tweeted yet, or my logic app hasn't worked. I'm not sure yet. We can't really test it without forcing Hanselman to tweet, so that's definitely a problem. But now what we're doing is we're looking at some of this backend code where we're fixing these default images here, which I think would be good to do, basically, is my idea. So we are doing tons of logical stuff. Hey, Rambling. I always forget that actually there's probably ads. I think that maybe they fixed that ads thing. You shouldn't, hopefully you didn't know how to do ads, but so now what I've done is I've created a public blob in which to add some default artwork for the app because all of his artwork's really, really big. Stream racing. Thanks for the follow. I appreciate that. Welcome to the stream. I think what we want to do is go into, we have this function here. And what this function does is it will go through and I need a dictionary with, I need more things in the dictionary, like keys and values and values. Can I do like a tuple? Can I do that? I can do that. Aha! That's amazing. So this would be like blob. This would be like photo. Look at that. I'm just like, can I do this? Yes, I can. I need to fix this though. So this should be like that's amazing. So this would be this. Does that work? Is that correct? Now the question is, how do I? Oh no, I do this, right? Haha. That's great. So this should be. It's here. Oop. Var Hanselman logo. There we go. Boom. And then this will be like Ratchet logo, and this will be Life logo. Boom. And then Ratchet full copy. Pretty sure these are the same, but just make sure in our copy. Here. Bam. Hanselman logo, and then this will be this. Oh, tuples. That's great. This will be Ratchet logo, and this should be Life logo. Remember when you couldn't do that? You couldn't magically just add that like that? That's so cool. That's so cool. All right, cool. So let's do this. Ratchet logo. The question is, how do I pass this in? I think it'll be like, it's not pod.value, it'd be pod.value dot. Oh my goodness, that's amazing. That's so cool. Pod.value dot photo. Man, so good. That's bananas. Okay, cool. So now what will happen is we're gonna call in to this podcast parse feed. This will go in, parse the feed. If the podcast has an image, it will find it. But if it doesn't, it will look in the description, try to extract the image, and then use the default image that we just passed into here, etc., and kind of figure it out instead of returning Hanselman's head for every single thing. Boom. That. All right. That's beautiful. Okay. So what this means is that I can probably run this function locally. Let's do that maybe first and try that out. Yeah. So in this instance, we should maybe just try to query all of them and look at our local storage explorer. Hanselman, there you go. Cool. All these windows, so many windows. This is how you know it's like real dev machine. Like 1,000 windows are open all on one monitor. By 2 monitors, just be spread out across every single one. All right, so we're gonna call this podcast update method. Boom. And run locally. So we now have this, and let's refresh. And if we look at the which one had the issue? Developer life. Open that up. Beautiful JSON, but I can just look for Azure. Huh. This one is having the issue here. Motivation. Oh, here it is. Yep, it worked. Bam. So that's the artwork there, right there. Boom. Cool. All right, so what that means is we can now publish this function to the back end. Ba-da-na-na. And then feed item, your helpers did that. Let's see. Pass in default artwork. Whoop. Nice. And then what we should see is that my build will kick off over here. This is the magic of it. Hopefully, as long as I didn't do a pull request, but shh, don't tell anyone. Where's my, there we go. Boom, new build, pass in default artwork, which will then trigger stuff. Hopefully. All right, that's building. Let's see if Hanselman tweeted it all. We just hope that, oh, one new tweet, people. Right, tweets. Let's see if the logic app is working. No, it's not working. Great. Awesome. Great. I'm pretty sure. Let me double check this setting in my data service. No. It has a 15-minute cache on it, which also seems like not correct. It should have like a 5-minute cache, I guess. But I think if I do a pull to refresh, it refreshes it anyway. Darn it. All right, so now that we know that Hanselman has tweeted, we should be able to go to our logic app, and we should be able to look at the logs. Okay, it did do it. 41. Is that when he tweeted? Hey Danny, how's it going? Was bummed I missed it when I got this notification. Just turned it into watch. Couldn't figure out why I couldn't find a time slider. Yeah. Oh, the time slider because it's Twitch. No scrub back. Actually, you can go to the videos and you can watch back from the beginning. But I don't understand because these, it says that it did it. Okay, maybe my cache on the back end. Where's my Twitter? Where my Twitter at? Where's my refresh at? Did update. Okay. Wait, what? I don't understand why. It definitely said that it updated. 3:41:56. That's good. But the new tweet is not there. Huh. Why is the tweet not there? Well, we can tell at least is that. See you, Ramblin'. Thanks for the raid. I appreciate that. What I'm curious about is to reply. It's still a tweet. All right, well, if I run this, let's run this function locally, and then I'll check to see if the tweets that I have locally are the tweets. Do I need to include the replies? Maybe his replies don't get in. His Twitter API, I don't know. This is of interest, though, because I feel as though it should work. let's see. Get tweets, update, Twitter update. All right. Got it. Cool. Let's look at our local tweets then. Refresh. Just out of curiosity, why do I use IEnumerable instead of a list? Oh, okay. So this is interesting that he tweeted something, but it was a reply, so it didn't actually come through. That's strange. Okay, so if I look at my Twitter helpers, oh, that is of interest. Trim user. Exclude replies. Exclude reply. Why would I exclude replies? Why would I do that? Which one in the IEnumerables? Where are you seeing that, Danny? I'm imagining that whatever I'm doing is just returning IEnumerables, so that could be it. But so if I false. Oh gosh. Oh, I can't do that. The code I was just in. Oh, this right here. These IEnumerables. Why do I do that? So I do IEnumerables in here. I don't think I have a reason. I mean, if I don't need, I'm just because I'm copying them. Oh, the reason I do IEnumerables is probably some performance information inside of there, but also because when I call that code right inside my mobile app, let's say the Twitter feed, all I'm doing is getting the tweets and then adding the IEnumerable to it. So there's no need necessarily to say like, oh, this is a list and create the overhead of having the list stuff inside of it, because I'm just putting this inside of an observable range collection. So that's probably why. Yeah. So if this is going to work correctly, then now we should get his replies. I don't know why I didn't do the replies though. Maybe it messed up everything. Dun, dun, dun. But this should work. Does that make sense, Danny? Why I do that, I guess? Let's see here. Yeah, it makes, I mean, in general. But if I was just taking that list and then modifying it and not copying it directly, then I would return a list for sure. Okay, so I'm going to look at these tweets. Boom, got the tweets. And the first tweet we get back should be, that's a retweet. There we go. Okay, so are those favorite counts and stuff? That's good. What information do I have about this tweet? What is in this tweet raw? I sort of want some. Kind of want these. I want those. I want those in my Twitter model. Oh, there's an R tweet count. Huh. Favorite count. Current user. That's a retweet count. That's weird. I think I just want to delete this. So favorite. Cool. Do that. Okay, cool. I don't know why I have that on there. Okay, cool. So let's put all these ignores somewhere else. It's kind of annoying. Okay, cool. So this looks good. Here. Then yeah, I guess the question is, do we want Hanselman's replies? But I think you want his replies if they're his replies to his own tweets. That becomes a question. It's like, do you actually want all of his replies in the app? But I think you can maybe, I wonder if you can mark it as a reply. Let's look at this. It would be a reply to the other tweet, but you probably want that in general, because in Twitter it just shows up as a tweet. But as it, I think probably back in the day it didn't make any sense to do it that way, but now I'm kind of feeling like how replies work in general. But do you want the replies of other tweets? If I looked at this one, entities, I've made an alias. Retweeted, false, retweet count 20, ID, favorited. Yeah, that's maybe why I didn't have it. So in here you wouldn't know people replies to his tweet. Yeah, but that's what's weird, right? Is if I go in here, like this is a reply and it says show thread, which then pops up this, right? But then the we have technology, he also, that's a reply. Oh, what you really want is replies to himself. Oh, I see. Yeah, text at. See, this is a. Man, that's. Let's see here. The tweet itself probably isn't. The user mentioned. So I think what you could do is look at his tweet and look at the entities. If the user mention is, that's user mentions. The media we can get at some point in the future. That's kind of boop. Okay, so I think we don't want that. I think you're right. You just want the main tweets. If you click on one, you can see the thread. But okay, so we're right there. Well, I guess while we're in here, let's do the public string media URL. just do one of the main medias. Alright, so if I look at the Twitter raw, we go into remove this. Equal t dot entities dot media dot first or default dot media URL HTTPS dot absolute path. Perfect. That's cool. All right. And that should work. Oh, I could do... We don't want any GIFs. No GIFs up in. Where's the media at? How is he actively tweeting at stuff? Give me a media. Where all the media's at? Come on, Scott. Because now I don't have any of the replies which had media in it. Funny. Oh, there's media. Media, entities, HTTPS. Cool. That works. But I think what we want to do is like first our default whereas. Absolute path dot ends with. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna say it's a crazy query, but look for entities. If there's media, grab the first one that is not ends with ignore that. This will be grab the first image that's inside of it, the absolute path that ends with, which does not end with. So if it ends with, that'll be true if it's false, right? So as long as there's no GIFs inside of it, it'll be good. Run that, validate that, and then we should be able to put our images inside of this puppy soon. I like that. Next week. Because I gotta go soon. Gotta go soon. Twitter update. Right. Pretty sure that is correct. Okay, so or .move, I guess, huh? Kind of curious because I think often JPEG. Just going through all the entities. Go to his Twitter account and see what it has. So this one, this alert one. So, okay, so this alert one has media in it. Show thread, show thread. This has a image, this has stuff in it. So this should be inside of here. This should have media. Oh, it doesn't have media. Huh. It must have some special magic then. Because this is maybe not even a GIF. This would be 21 hours ago. Ganya. This has media associated with it. That'll be a JPEG. Okay, so I think that the media actually only is just that. So that should work. Okay, cool. So open that up. See if the media comes in, which it should eventually for something. Oh, interesting. Media. Oh, I did absolute, which is not correct. All right, so go entities. Media, HTTPS, and then it'll be the absolute URI. That's what it is. So I think the first or defaults will be fine. I don't think I need to put this extra logic in there. Beautiful. Grab that, do this, awesome. All right, cool. So let's add the media in there. Add media to tweets. And let's make sure I didn't do anything else wrong. So add RT and fave count. Tweets. Perfect. Push that up. And actually, I'm assuming now that he's maybe tweeted something else. No. Still don't have anything new. Look at the Twitters. Oh, he hasn't tweeted anything new. It's just a bunch of replies and other things. That's why. Okay, this makes sense. This makes logical sense. The blogs. But we'll at least have at some level the tweet should work, the blog should work, everything should work. And then I can test this tomorrow or whenever, and whenever he's actually tweeting in there. Looks good though. Nice. Okay, cool. And then next week we'll get the media in here. So if there is like media or whatever, that would be good, I think, to do. We can do that like that. Okay, cool. Let's go to our here. Let's do our display Twitter inline, and I'll say So far, I have added code to the Azure function to parse out an image that we can display in the app. Boom. Comment. Did this. We can close this. Implemented. Boop. Cool. We should be able to test this too. If I go into the back end, let's go into our podcast update. And we could probably run this. Let's see here. Run. My assumption is that now it should be, or did it actually do it? I don't know how long this is cached for, actually. Might need to delete some cache. Podcasts, developer live. Yeah, there we go. I think I have the cache in there for a long time on this one. It should work though. Yeah, there we go. Now we got the right artwork in there. That looks good. Nip. In there. Always like to put a photo in there too, whatever we're doing. Implemented. Good there. Okay, cool. Channel 9 videos, that's next. Add tvOS app. Yeah, maybe at some point. Add Mac app. Yeah, we use Project Catalyst. Use Project this fall to do it. There we go. Probably worth it there. Is Scout or not? Light and dark mode options. Archive button for blog. I think this is okay. I'm pretty okay with not doing this. Animation for loading. Blazor web app. I don't know. Translate app. Got to do that. Update feeds with modern look and feel. I think we definitely did this. Totally implemented. Boom. Totally did this. Azure function. Totally done. Boom. Setup release. We're going pretty. Add gauge to show the daily temp of Hanselman's tweets. So we could definitely do that. That'll be maybe next week. We'll do that. It'd be fun to have on the tweetometer, like what's his engagement. And like whenever we get a new tweet, we can just see what he's doing. If the tweets are from him from today, then update his current status. That'd be pretty good. We could definitely do that. We could do it on every tweet probably too, but I think we take all the tweets and put them all together, and then that'd be pretty fun. As long as it's not a retweet, then grab his tweets and do stuff. That'd be pretty fun. I like that. Okay, cool. Blogs. All right, we're progressing. All I gotta do is videos. That should be soon. Podcasts, we need to do some playback. But it does look really, really good. Nice. I'm very happy. All right, cool. Let us. That's so good. I definitely want to do some of these. Cool. Hey, Kim, thanks. Thanks for the 200 bits coming
awesome
in.
Stuff. Thanks as always for streaming cool stuff.
Thank you for streaming cool stuff. All right, I got to go. I got to do some stuff. It's the weekend. I hope everyone has a great weekend. If it's your morning, have a great morning. If it's your afternoon, have a great afternoon. If it's your night, have a great night. Go out, live life. I'll be back on Tuesday. I'm pretty sure John Galloway's back, and we'll do some more ASP.NET stuff. And then I think next week maybe I'll do the sentiment analysis on this. It'd be quite fun to do. And I don't know, maybe we'll do that in the function, I think. So we'll see how that goes. It'd be pretty fun to do, like, on his tweets. So but yeah, hope that you enjoy the stream. Thanks everyone for hanging out. Thanks for the bits. Thanks Clinton for all the crazy subs given away. Thanks for the raid. And I'll see everyone next week. Have an awesome time. But let's see if there's someone to raid, I guess. I always forget for some reason. I'm like, oh, I'll just, Adron, has he been going for 22 hours? That's impossible. That's not correct. Oh, there it goes. 45 minutes. What do we got? Adron going on. Last time, like, he got off right away, which is funny. Lanelux has been on for a while. Good. All right, we'll go over to Adron because we all love Adron and doing his stuff. So let's do that. So hang around. We're about 60 seconds, a minute or two away. We'll go raid Adron and send him some monkeys and see what he's doing. Some crazy Apache shenanigans. That's what he's always doing. Crazy Go code. Who knows what he's doing? So, all right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out, and we'll see you next week. Have a good weekend.
Hello, James and the crew. Good to see everybody. You just caught me in the middle